The ICEVI, the Nippon Foundation Mathematics Package for Teachers video series, Abacus as a Mathematical Tool. Title of the video: Division involving 4-digit dividend and 3-digit divisor. Example: 2222 divided by 444. Let us set the dividend 2222 in the right extreme of the abacus and set the divisor 444 in the left extreme of the abacus. Let us look at the highest digit of the dividend, which is 2, and the highest digit of the divisor, which is 4, and therefore you need not have to skip a column in setting the assumed quotient to the left of the dividend. Let us take the first 2 digits of the dividend, and in this case it is 22. You ask how many 4s in 22? By saying 5, reduce 1 from there and let us set 4 as the assumed quotient to the immediate left of 2222. Let us multiply the assumed quotient 4 with 444 and subtract the value from 2222. Let us multiply 4 with 4, that is 16. That is 1 subtracted from the thousands column and 6 to be subtracted from the hundreds column. We can't subtract 6 there, so therefore subtract 1 in the thousands column and add 4 in the hundreds column. That means add 5 in the upper abacus and subtract 1 in the lower abacus. At this stage, we are left with 6, 2, 2 in the dividend. Let us multiply 4 with 4, that is 16. That means 1 should be subtracted from the hundreds column and 6 from the tens column. Let us subtract 1 in the hundreds column. We have to subtract 6 from the tens column. Now, this operation involves operation within the columns, and therefore the child should be very careful with the beads. Now, we have to subtract 6 from the tens column. We cannot do that. We have to subtract 1 in the hundreds column. That means we have to subtract 5 in the upper abacus and add 4 in the lower abacus. Now, instead of subtracting 6, we have subtracted 10. Therefore, we have to add 4 in the tens column. That means we have to add 5 in the upper abacus and clear 1 in the lower abacus. Now, in the next stage, we have to multiply 4 with 4, that is 16. We have to subtract 1 in the tens column and we have to subtract 6 in the units column. We cannot subtract 6 in the units column, and therefore we have to subtract 1 in the tens column. That means we subtract 1 bead in the upper abacus and add 4 in the lower abacus. Now, instead of subtracting 6, we have subtracted 10. That means we have to add 4 in the units column. That means add 5 from the upper abacus and clear 1 in the lower abacus. Now let us check the result. The remainder is 4, 4, 6. Whereas The divisor is 4, 4, 4. That means our assumed quotient is less than the real quotient. Simply add 1 to the assumed quotient. That means here the 4 becomes 5. And we have to subtract 4, 4 and 4 in the units column. That is 4 in the hundreds column, 4 in the tens column and 4 in the units column. We cannot do that here in the units column, and therefore subtract 1 in the upper abacus and add 1 in the lower abacus. Now it's very interesting. We have 3 empty columns between the quotient and the remainder. As the divisor is a 3-digit number, the last 3 columns are meant for remainder. So therefore, the units column, tens column and hundreds column are meant for the remainder. So here the remainder is 0, 0, 2. And the thousands column is a separating column. And the number to the left is the quotient. So in this problem, we have 5 as the quotient and 2 as the remainder.